Geobyte.
Welcome to Geobyte. So, what is an algorithm? You may have studied about the algorithm, you may have known this about, but I am going to tell you again. Basically, an algorithm is a procedure or is a sequence of steps to get the problem or to solve the problem. A sequence of steps to get the solution. I'm going to give you the funny story and it's like, not a story, funny thing. So algorithm is like, if I want to watch a movie, I care. So if I want to watch a movie, I have to go to theater, buy a ticket, and then find the seat, watch the movie. So these are the sequence of steps. So this may look silly, but the thing is the same. So whenever you are going to use the algorithm also, you have to know the steps and you have to go by a proper way, and then you will get to the solution, and that simple. So this is that simple, and we are going to get that simple questions and answers in your exams or so. So just concentrate on this, just sit back and relax, and you will get to know everything in detail. And you will solve everything in detail, and there is no problem for that. If you are thinking you are on backbencher, if you are not a topper also, no problem. There is no problem for that. There is no problem for learning. You will get that easily. And nothing is going to, and thing is very simple. You have to plan and execute, and there is nothing more. And don't feel shy to learn. Whenever you are feeling shy and you are not going to learn, that won't work. Don't feel shy to anything. And if you want to learn, you can learn in any way, anywhere you can learn. That's why we are starting this thing and we are doing this series on this. Okay, so let's get back to our thing. So Euclid's division algorithm, that's what the thing is, algorithm. So Euclid's division algorithm is a technique. So the thing is, I will write that Euclid's division algorithm it is a technique. It is a technique to get the HCF. If you have to get the HCF, you have to do this Euclid's division algorithm. Then how are we going to do that with the Euclid's division algorithm? That's what we are going to see now. So it's pretty simple. Sorry, here. HCF of given two positive integers. So it's pretty simple. So if you recall the thing, highest common factor, which is nothing but HCF, highest common factor. And if you want to know the highest common factor is, suppose if you have given two numbers, like something which is any number, like if I am going to tell you one number is like 12, 9. If I say this 12, 9, and we have to get the highest common factor, which is going to be the factor, and that should be the highest. So if I write this like 3 into 4 equal to 12, In the same way, 9 is 3 into 3 equal to 9. And 2 into 6 equal to 12. And 9 is we can write this like 9 into 1 equal to 9 also. So, but the 3 is common for these both, and that is highest. And that is what you call as highest common factor. But if you go up to the largest numbers, how are you going to calculate this? You can't calculate directly by multiplying these things. So in that positions, we are going to use this Euclid's division algorithm. Otherwise, we are going to use this Euclid's division lemma process statement, and by using that statement, we are going back to the Euclid's division algorithm, and we will get the HCF of two positive integers. So here I am going to give you an example, and with that example you are going to clear about how are you going to get the HCF of two numbers by using Euclid's division algorithm. So it's so simple and pretty simple. Just look at this and just watch this for 2 minutes and you will get that easily, and you don't have to read it again and again. You have to listen carefully and you will get that. Suppose if I took 455 comma 42. If you have given like these two numbers, what you have to do is you have to select the largest number from both. From both whatever we have given, and you have to divide it by the other number. So this is the other number or smallest number, small number. And multiply it with Q and plus remainder R. That's it. So what I have to do is I have to take the number 455 here. Otherwise I will write in here. See here. So whatever the number is there, 455. So you have to write 455 equal to 42 into. You have to multiply in which way it has to be come nearer to the number, largest number. And we will know that 42 into 10 is 420, and if you add another 42, that will be more than 455. So we are taking 10 in here, plus the remainder is 42 into 10 is 420, and 55. 55 minus 20 is 35. And like this. So this one, after getting to know this number 42 and Q and R, so this one you will get. After getting this, you have to take the smallest number and then equal to whatever the remainder is there. You have to get that number and you have to multiply that with something and you have to add the remainder to that. So 35 into 1 equal to 35 and 7 will remain. And then after that, you have to write the whatever the remainder is there. So 35 is there. Again the same process. You have to take this number and remainder. 35 equal to 7 into 5 plus 0. So here we have reached to 35, 7 into 5, but the remainder is 0. See carefully, here the remainder is 0. So we can't go. So we can't go further. So whatever we have got here, the common factor, the one we have got here, this should be our HCF. So see carefully. So the HCF of these two numbers is 7, and that is the highest common factor. And you can check this by other methods and you will get to know the same thing, and that is the same answer you will get for these things. Okay, so we have come to one stage. So here we are going to state the Euclid's division algorithm. So whatever I have told you in the starting, and that's what I am doing again. So that's what we will do into the entire course. The thing is very simple. We will give you the glimpse, and we will go into the topic. And we will tell you the examples. And if necessary, we are going to tell you more about the topic, and we are going to beyond the topic also, if that is necessary. And that we will do soon. So, the thing is very simple. So, we have told you about the Euclid's division algorithm, we have told you about the Euclid's division lemma, and we have told you about the Euclid's division algorithm. So, now, we need to state the Euclid's division algorithm. So, stating is simple, and the statements are also important, so that's why. So if you know the process, so we have already know the process, whatever we have known or whatever we have did, that's what we are going to put it as a statement, and that is the Euclid's division algorithm and nothing more, and there is nothing more. So whatever we have done there, and that's what we are going to write in here, and those are step 1. Before going to step 1, we have to take the two positive numbers, C, D, as two positive numbers. C, D are the two positive numbers or positive integers, and we are going to take the step 1. What we are going to do it in the first step is, you have to apply Euclid's division lemma. And see that if you are going to apply Euclid's division lemma, what will happen here? Just see that you will get that C equal to whatever the think this is the largest number. So C equal to D into Q plus R, where 0 less than or equal to R less than D. This will happen. It is pretty much similar to that Euclid's division lemma. So whenever the arbitrary constants may change, but the main equation won't change. Just keep that in your mind. See, like this. So this is what we are going to apply for the whatever the numbers we have given. We are going to apply that, whatever the equation is there, we are going to apply that. And after that, we will see that if remainder is 0, we will stop there. And the divider, divisor is our LCF. If not, or R not equal to 0, we will continue the process. We will go for other number. Continue. We will continue that until get to the 0 remainder. And whatever the divisor is there, our HC. Here the other calculation is nothing but we will do that for whatever the values are here R and D, for R and D. We will do the same calculation or we will apply the same equation to R and D. And the thing is, this is working because this procedure working because HCF of C comma D equal to HCF of R comma D comma R. It is like a thumb rule and you have to remember this rule. So the thing is very simple. You have to use this Euclid's division lemma equation for the positive integers. You have to use these two positive integers and you have to get the HCF by using this equation. If you get the remainder as 0, then that is your HCF. Otherwise, you have to use this for your remainder and for your D. Then you have to do the calculation again. You have to repeat the steps again and again. The R will change and D will change up to the 0 remainder. After whenever you are getting the 0 remainder, whatever your D will be here and that one should be that one is your HCF and that's it. So there is nothing more and it's pretty simple and we are going to do that. We are going to tell some examples on this and we will get to know this better and better. So whenever you are going to study a statement, if you are not getting the statement, you have to see the examples and after seeing the examples you will get to know it clearly and that's what we are doing. So we are analyzing it in here with the examples. Whatever we have studied up to now is we got the glimpse and we have known about the statements and we have seen some calculations on that. Now we are going to analyze it with the examples. So we are going to get the HCF of the problems, HCF of the two positive integers by seeing the examples for the Euclid's division algorithm. And don't worry about the exercise problems, we will tell them also. And we are going to give you that. Example and the remaining topics will be covered in the next video, but please do like, share and subscribe to GeoByte.
GeoByte.